Hey there, so today we have another review, and this is a beer courtesy of Frankie sent us some Arizona beer. This is from Tombstone Brewing Company. Apparently there's a Tombstone, Arizona. I didn't know. She knew. And this is their Imperial Milk Stout. No actual specific name to it. 12.5%. Holy moly. So let's dig into this one. The beer has a beautiful, just jet black color to it. Swirling it around. Nice, beautiful, tiny bubbled head. Light to medium retention on that. Not large head on that, so like sort of like a quarter inch, and yeah, beautiful like medium brown head on that. Yeah, let's get the aroma on this one. Smells. I mean, strange because ideally you shouldn't really be able to smell. Actually, no, you might be able to smell lactose. I think I'm actually not quite sure about that because sweetness is not ideally something you should smell. You should be able to taste it. You associate flavors with sweetness, but we're smelling this one.
Almost like some coffee, chocolate. I think your typical like stout aromas, but there is some kind of
a little bit of raisiny,
interesting, almost fruitiness to it.
A bit of fruitiness.
Yeah, maybe like an almond milk type thing going on.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if you ever smelled almond milk. Kind of smells a little bit like that. Yeah, it doesn't smell
deep,
like
rich, kind of like grapey roastiness to it.
Yeah, like hazelnut thing going on.
Yeah, this is like that kind of fruity, kind of deep roast that I even like most recently, the beer I reviewed that would have that would be Even More Jesus from Evil Twin, which is like a 1.5% Imperial Stout. So. Pretty smooth for 12.5.
Yeah, it is.
Nice creamy mouthfeel. It's just like a big milk stout. You know, you get that big sweetness up front, chocolate milk kind of thing.
It reminds me of like, what do they call it? It's a Ghirardelli martini.
Okay.
Like the Ghirardelli chocolate.
Chocolate martini.
Yeah, but there was like a specific one that was like a dark chocolate flavor. A little bit of booziness, but it's pretty sweet and pretty chocolatey and
creamy. Oh, sorry, creamy, silky, but not completely like mouth cloying. Right? It has a nice like smoothness to it, but it's not like chewy and big and like some beers you feel like you're chewing the beer. This one's like a little bit more like just silky and pretty.
This is pleasant. You know, for a stout, like it's described on the side of the can. This stout is so creamy and thick. However, I don't think it's necessarily all that thick.
Yeah.
You know, it is creamy.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of glad it's not as thick as I was anticipating because I don't know, I just haven't really been on a thick stout kick lately.
Yeah, and I didn't even read the can, but it says this like drinking a glass of chocolate milk and sort of does that trick. Incredibly smooth, complex roastiness, light smoky notes. I'm not quite sure if I get the smoke. Instead, I get this kind of again on the nose. It's like grape skin roast. If you guys like have had that, it's like roast is so dense that it has this like grapiness to it, like red grapes. Almost like Venice wine kind of character. It's wine.
It does say at the end, you will have a hard time believing this jet black, full-bodied ale is as strong as it is. And I totally agree with that.
True. I would have guessed full blind. This was, what would you guess ABV was? You didn't know.
Let's see.
That was a big beer. You see the alcohol sort of like going down, but
yeah, there's like no real alcohol burn to it. I would have guessed like maybe 9, 8.
Yeah, for sure. I would have guessed maybe 10 at most.
Yeah.
You know, 12.5. Whoa. We're way off. We're like almost 4. We're like, I probably would have guessed at least like 4 ABV points off, which is huge. That's a lot. That's like a full freaking can of beer, like missing out of your, you know, detection of alcohol, which generally I think is like one of my strengths. So, what's your final impression rating on this one?
You know, for such a basic name, basic label, you know, even almost like a basic description, this is actually really, really impressive. You know, Tombstone knows how to make a good imperial milk stout, I guess. So, I guess the more you know. I'm impressed with this. I like it. I would totally drink, you know, a glass of this. I don't know that I would go for the whole 16 ounce on this one. But, you know, I tend to kind of avoid drinking large quantities of heavier beers, I guess. Just too thick and rich for me to enjoy a lot of. But it's good enough for like a nice, like dessert beer, I guess.
Campfire beer.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it almost has like a s'mores thing going on.
This would be good with some toasted marshmallows.
Hell yeah.
So.
Marshmallow rim, that'd be so good. Yeah, no, I like this. This is great. I guess I would give it like a 91.
Sure. I generally don't like milk stouts, but I do like imperial stouts. So I guess this is like sort of a meeting of both worlds. For imperial milk stout, this is actually very, very good. One of the things that it reminds me of is that this is an imperial milk stout, and pretty much you're like halfway there to pastry stout. So like I'm curious if they've like coffeed this, hazelnutted this, vanillaed it, all those pastry things, because it's a pretty good base beer, and you can mess around with this beer and like do fun things that would be really tasty. It's again. As with any beer and any beer style, it's common sense, but the base beer really has to be good in order for you to do something with it to make it tasty, right? You can't just like throw a bunch of garbage into ingredients into something to make it that good. It's just hiding flavors. So it's really important to build beer off of like a good base beer. This is really good.
Yeah, this is really good.
And the fact that it hides its alcohol so well, and then you throw in some pastry stuff, this would be dangerous. So, very impressive. And there's like this beautiful, just like mocha chocolatey thing that drives on the back end. So it's almost like chocolate cake.
Thank you, Frank.
Yeah. This for me is really good. I like me some stouts. Just for a novelty, I'm going to give this a 94. I mean, I just don't like, there aren't that many Imperial Milk Stouts out there.
Yeah.
Granted, I know
I think I've only had a couple.
Yeah. So absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, Mike. Let us know what you think about this style in general. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Later.